Maybe you can start by introducing yourself and telling me a bit about your application and your motivations for creating it.
Sure. My name is Ryan. I work with Zagat Survey. Zagat is a famed producer of restaurant guides in both print and online. Our application today is called Near You. That's NRU. It's developed by lastminute.com, and it's available right now in the Android market. The application gives you a 360-degree view of restaurants that are around you, and it's only available on Android.
So tell us a bit about how you chose to use Android for this application.
Absolutely. Well, Zagat has always been a company that, the strategy has been we want our content to exist on as many platforms are popular with consumers. We really like the fact that Android is open source, and as well it has the opportunity to be on multiple carriers, and we think that bodes well for getting the application into as many consumers' hands as possible.
So when you were developing the application, do you have any sort of interesting war stories, things you ran into while you were working on it?
Sure. So, we created a very unique experience with this 360-degree first-person view. And one of the issues that we ran into has to do with if you're looking around you, there might be multiple restaurants, either one right next to each other or one right behind another, and you end up having issues in terms of how do you display that. So the great team that we work with at Last Minute came up with this idea of a stacking logic, and that allows different restaurants to sort of be overlaid on top of each other based on different qualities and priorities. And we were able to kind of figure a way around it without kind of scrapping this sort of cool new UI that we developed.
So the real advantage of having it on the phone is the phone knows where you are.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, the application is really it's a combination of GPS, accelerometer, as well as digital compass, and all of those things kind of put together will give you a real sort of, a real idea of the restaurants that are around you or the bars or nightlife that's in your area.
So are there any memorable tips and tricks that you could share from developing your application?
Sure. One of the things, if you decide that you're going to leave the application at any point or allow the user to leave the application to go to a web browser, I think the ideal experience is to try to keep it as an in-app browser rather than kind of launching something externally. When you do that, it gives a more seamless experience, and it kind of makes it seem like the application is a little bit larger in scope, when in reality all you've done is you've taken your website and you've kind of skinned it.
So what's your favorite aspect of the Android development process?
I think my favorite aspect is definitely the speed to market. The ability to upload an application and 20 minutes later see that it's live in the Android market and see feedback already coming in is really great. We were able to quickly turn around an update based on kind of feedback, just a few minutes after the application was updated, and 10 minutes later people were getting notification updates. So we're really happy about that process.
So are there any features that you can do in your app that you couldn't do on other platforms?
Absolutely. Because the app uses a magnetometer, the application's ability to kind of map in 3D and based on cardinal directions can only be done on Android. And really that's the basis of the application. This is really an application that can only be done on the platform right now, and that's why we were eager to kind of dive in there and create this.
Cool. Can you show us a really quick look?
Sure, absolutely. So if you see the application right now, it's showing you the first-person view, and you can actually see a restaurant that's blinking right behind me. It's showing the distance as well as the Zagat rating and the food quality scores.
Wow, that's really cool. Thank you so much for showing.
Thank you.